Good evening, brothers and sisters. This is going to be my last video of the night. I wanted to share with you how my day went, and I hope and I pray that this video gives you a little bit of insight into what it is like living with schizophrenia, at least for me, in my experience of living with it for over 15 years now. Today wasn't easy. My mind was very busy. Not only were the voices just going nonstop, talking and insulting me and calling me names, and they also were trying to get me to harm myself, to cut myself with a razor. And then, along with those voices that I hear 24/7, I was visually hallucinating as well. Several different figures, demons, spirits, call them whatever you want. And the individuals that I was visually hallucinating, they kept putting their hands on me, like touching my arm and caressing me, blowing into my ear as if someone's standing behind me or to the right of me or to the left of me, and they just blow in my ear and I feel their warm breath. It was really annoying when they did that. And so today was a busy day. It was a battle between Raven and Legion today. Like, they were going after each other. Legion just kept yelling and screaming at Raven, trying to get her to leave, trying to get her to be quiet. And then Raven would yell back and respond saying, that she's not gonna leave, that she's staying, that Legion can't do anything about it. Raven several times was singing hymns out loud, and that pissed Legion off a lot. There was a couple times that Raven said some Bible verses, and that definitely pissed Legion off. And so they were fighting just all day today, and it came to a point to where they literally were fist fighting and throwing punches at each other, and just trying to scratch each other. And it was a busy day for sure. And then my paranoia was kind of up and down today. Like, it would show up for a couple hours, then I would be fine, then show up a couple hours, then I'd be fine. And most of the time it was because my brain was telling me that there's cameras in my room and that I'm being videotaped and that people are watching me, and there's like a van outside in the parking lot and they're listening with their microphones and their special equipment. And then my brain today, like, I was trying to talk to several people, not only over the phone, but in person. And I just was having trouble following along the conversations. Like, I asked them several times, please repeat yourself. I'm sorry, but I don't understand. What are you trying to say? There was just, in conversations, I was losing track of what we're talking about. And so it was tough, Confusion definitely was part of my day today. And, on top of all my mental health symptoms, I'm getting sick. I've had a nasty cough this whole day, and I've just been coughing up phlegm and just disgusting, nasty shit all day. And so physically I'm not well, and emotionally, mentally, I'm going crazy. And so it's just like, I don't know how much I can handle. I think I am at my limit, truly. But that's my day. That's how it went. I'm being tested for sure. Those evil spirits, those demons, Muslims would call them jinn, whatever you want to call them. They definitely were trying to get me to give up, to just walk away from Christ. Several times Legion was telling me, hey, Stephen, Jesus doesn't love you. He doesn't get you. He doesn't understand you. I do, though. And Legion was trying to tell me, well, I understand your pain and your suffering because I was cast out of heaven by God, so I know what you're talking about. I know how it feels to be alone, to be a black sheep, to be an outcast. And it was really difficult for me to ignore him because sometimes my hallucinations make sense. Sometimes what they're telling me, I'm like, I didn't think about it that way. Huh, interesting. And so there's a few times to where they trick me and persuade me that they're right, and then I do what they say. And it's just, it can be trouble. And so tomorrow, I need to pick up my medication. Cobenfy is a new medication I'm on. So when I get my disability check, I'm going to be paying bills, picking up my medication. And I pray that this new medication, Cobenfy, helps me. I hope so. Because my medication that I take right now, I don't think it helps as much as I want it to, or that I think it should help. It definitely, there's a difference with me on medication and off medication. So there's still a difference, like it's doing its job, but I wish it was stronger, more powerful. But that's hopefully what this new medication is for. But I just wanted to share with you how my day went. And, I pray that this video reaches whoever it is meant to reach, that you get an idea of what schizophrenia is like and living with it, what I experience on a daily basis. Because truly, I know that if you were in my shoes, you would not last more than 15 minutes. You would be going crazy with all the bullshit that I hear 24/7. It's insane. I think of Christian brothers and sisters who, they're always like, oh, it's demons, don't listen to them, you need deliverance, you need prayer, you need healing. And it's like, you don't know me, you don't know my life, you are not walking in my shoes, so how the hell do you think you know what I need when you don't know what I've gone through? You don't know what I've been through. I've been to hell and back, and I know what I need. I walk with Christ every day, and He gives me courage and strength to keep fighting and to not give up. And so for me, healing means that I find peace and joy in my walk with Christ. That's healing for me. Not a cure, not my schizophrenia just disappears and I don't have it. No, healing for me is when I can hear Christ, His voice, and feel His arms wrap around me, and I feel safe and secure. That is healing for me. But I just wanted to share with you how my day went. So hopefully you have a good night, brothers and sisters. And for those who like to sit on their high horse and judge me, and they try to say, well, you're not walking the right way. Your walk with Christ is, you could do better. You could swear less. You could do X, Y, and Z to improve and get closer to Christ. My honest answer, my reply to those brothers and sisters, those Christians would be, I really think you're arrogant. I think you're egotistical, and I don't think you understand Scripture as much as you think you do. Because I promise you, my walk with Christ, I am closer to Him than you'll ever be. And that's just the damn truth, honest to God truth, that I am grateful for every second that I spend with Christ, that He gives me wisdom and guidance, and I'm able to learn from my mistakes and learn from my trials and tribulations. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every day that I get to walk with Christ, and I'm grateful for every trial and tribulation, because there are moments I get to learn about myself and improve upon, improve upon the areas that I lack in, whether that's patience, showing people love, showing people support, being there for brothers and sisters who need to talk and vent, and just being that listening ear, that brother or sister who I can just listen, and I love you, and I'm not going to judge you no matter what you say. So, yeah. But yeah, this is how my day went, and I want to apologize if I got off track during this video. My mind, like I said, it's a bit jumbled, and just, it's not working as well as it should. So I just want to say thank you for listening, brothers and sisters, and God bless you. Peace.